Good morning. I'm going to start off by singing to you guys. I hope this works out. I've been waiting for just the right moment to start living the life of my dreams. I was hoping some magical moment would come rescue me. But it hit me today. There's no better time to begin. This day I've been given is my day to start living, so I'm jumping in. Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. Past is behind me, tomorrow can't find me till I live today. Why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. I start out slowly, confident knowing I'm still on my way. Why not today? I've been searching in all the wrong places for the courage to follow my dreams, but I finally discovered the power lies inside of me. I could spend my life waiting for something to show me the way, but I would be missing the wonderful blessing of embracing today. Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. Past is behind me, tomorrow can't find me till I live today. Why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. I start out slowly, confident knowing I'm still on my way. Why not today? I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm learning to fly. But how will I know how high I can't soar if I never try? Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. Past is behind me, tomorrow can't find me till I live today. Why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. I start out slowly, confident knowing I'm still on my way. Why not today? Why not today? Why not today? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Why Not Today Lifestyle Tuesday Topic Show. So thanks for being here today. And I am Eric Dodge, and this is Laurel.
Dodge. And can I say something? Julie War is watching right now, and Julie is the best hugger I've ever had a hug from.
Julie does give good hugs.
So if you ever want the best hug in the whole world, you find Julie, and she will make your day.
And she's so happy all the time. She just radiates happiness. So if you ever want to just feel better, to stand around Julie and she'll just radiate all that happiness out.
She's awesome.
She is.
She is a good example of why not today. Yeah. Happy all the time.
Yeah. I hope y'all can hear us. We've got a new setup we're trying. I don't know how the volume is. I don't know how the music worked. We're trying out the studio here. We have a studio set up. We got a microphone. Someday it'd be cool to have like a big screen TV up here that we could see comments on. If it works out. I don't know how this is working. If anybody can hear us, we'd love to hear from you. So otherwise, we're going to talk to ourselves, and we're fine with that. We do it all the time. So Today we want to cover a few things. First of all, I'm going to tell you about our Why Not Today lifestyle. And we want to tell you a little bit about ourselves. And you look amazing, Laurel. That's what Megan is saying. So it's hard to see the words. We need to make them so we can read them better.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know how I look, but I appreciate that.
Oh, I hate being on the camera.
So one of the things we want to start off with is we're not here with this page to like tell you all about us and do that. We're here because we found out that everybody has fears and everybody has insecurities and everybody has things that they're working on. And we found out that everybody's afraid to talk about those things and afraid to work on those things. And so we thought if we started a community where we could work on them together, our health, our happiness, our hope, and chasing our dreams, that we might be able to help each other and help ourselves. And so that's why we're here. That's what Why Not Today means. Why Not Today is facing your fears, chasing your dreams. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Laurel. As you know, she is my mother. And we do have... Sometimes she is. Yeah, she claims me. I claim her sometimes. She has been on a health journey now for many, many years. And I eventually will get into more of the deep stories if you want, more of the topics, some of the questions that you guys want to know. But there's been some issues with weight loss. She was able to overcome some narcotics and go to a wellness center. That was a very long summer for everybody, including her.
It was a rehab.
We like to use the word wellness.
We use the nice word on here.
Forgive the barking dogs. They're having a great time as well. But so yes, she got to a point after 14 years of many different medications that she had to go to a rehab center for
20 years.
Almost 20 years. For very, very long recovery. And she's done some incredible things. She lost 130 pounds. After that, she's been able to hike. She's been able to get off all of her medications mostly and get her health back. And so Why Not Today for her a lot was about getting her health back. And so that is why she is here to help us guide us through our health and wellness. Yeah.
Okay. My Why Not Today was being alive today, being here. Because I should have been dead. I should have died from an overdose, which I don't know why I didn't.
Well, and your health was so bad. We couldn't even go camping without taking oxygen tanks with us. She could have oxygen. And so it's kind of an incredible thing. It's a miracle, especially when she did 2 half marathons, one in her 50s and one in her 60s. She spanned the 2 decades there. Of course, it was one at 59 and one at 60.
And it was fast walking.
Doesn't matter.
I don't run.
It's 14 miles each time, so it doesn't matter. And so it's kind of incredible to have a coach like her here to help us through that. My path was different. I decided to take music when I didn't have a background in singing or performing. So my biggest fear was being on a stage and talking to people like this and performing. So I had a lot of things to overcome that way. It took many years, thousands of dollars of voice lessons, stage coaching, performance lessons, and traveling the country, getting a great band together and opening and performing with some amazing artists. So that was my Why Not Today. And it continues to change as we go, find things that I want to try in my life. It's kind of like the ultimate bucket list type thing. So I know a lot of you have your own Why Not Todays. We've talked about that. You've been posting in some of the comments. We appreciate seeing your Why Not Todays. I've seen some of you go to the ocean for the first time. That was neat to see, and put your feet in there. I've seen some of you ride a horse for the first time. I've seen some of you come to Utah and see the Red Rocks for the first time. And so many things that a lot of people never think they're going to do in their lifetime. And they just get that little bit of push to go over the edge and face that fear. So that's what Why Not Today is. It's a lifestyle. It's about hope, health, and happiness. It's those things that you need to do. And so we had a few things we wanted to touch on today. And what do you got over there for us?
One of you wanted to talk a little bit about sleep. And I, the last 5 years, I just retired from working for a national company, focusing heavily on weight loss, but other issues. Weight loss isn't just weight loss. There's so many things: sleep, eating, exercise, mental health, to be able to lose your weight. And so I coached and talked about that to hundreds of people for the last 5 years. And I did a little research, and one of you wanted to know about sleep as far as weight loss. And I learned that it's quality of sleep, not quantity. We so much worry about, oh, I'm only in bed this long, and I'm going to be so tired, and what's going on with that. And I found that if you get 6 good solid hours, pretty good sleep, that should be a good goal for you to shoot for. Another thing, make sure your room is cool and ready for your sleep. They really recommend you don't have any kind of a light in there, as far as even the little lights that show your TVs are on or off. A big one, do not look at the clock all night. Do not wake up 10 times, look at the clock and say, oh, I've got another 2 hours, or oh, I've got 20 more minutes. That's hard to do. Set your alarm. If you don't trust your alarm, set 2 alarms. Do not look at the clock. I have found that has been the biggest help to so many people that I have coached. And don't worry so much about it. You get so stewed up and you have a bad night, worrying about you not getting enough sleep. Shoot for the 6 hours and try to not stress out about it. If you really think you have a sleep issue, go to a sleep specialist and have those evaluations. But most of the time, it's just we're looking at that clock all night. We've got 15 more minutes, 20 more minutes. Quit looking at the clock.
Yeah.
So that was the sleep.
Yeah. One of the things that I've had my own journey of trying to find quality sleep. And it actually started many years ago with one of our dear friends, Marla, the Fly Lady. She's one of our mentors and works with us a lot as a friend. But she had a bedtime routine. And I know back then, this was probably about 15 years ago, I started to do this. I would actually got one of those little medication dispensers for your vitamins and things, and I would lay that out for a week, and then I would lay my clothing out the night before, and I'd get my shoes ready for the next morning, and I would get my water, and I would set a time that I was going to go to bed, and I wouldn't watch TV, and I would read, or I would listen to some nice calm music or something to meditate before bed, or I would drink. I have like herbal teas I would drink. I would go out, I would sit in a hot tub before bed. There's all these things that I would try. And then I got a Fitbit, which I really do like these, and I wear it at night, and it tells me about my sleep, about what times I go to bed, what times I wake up, how many times in the night I wake up. It gives me my quality sleep score, as well as deep sleep, REM sleep, light sleep. And I try to aim for, a little over an hour of deep sleep and an hour of REM, and then 4 to 5 hours of light sleep. That's kind of my goal. It ends up being about 7 hours total, but some of that is awake time. So I wished I had more. I see people who can sleep in great. I can't, but I do my best to get quality sleep. And so I do know that's important, because if you're tired, you want to eat. If you're tired, you don't exercise. And if you could see the dogs running around out the window right now, you would feel like you needed to get exercise, because I kicked them out for this while we're doing the show, because they're just wild and crazy right now. But they have so much energy. It's unbelievable. And I know they all sleep very well. So, so our goal is to kind of go live on this page. We don't have a lot of time for these live shows. And we hope you do ask us our questions throughout the week, and you do share. We have an Instagram. We have a YouTube channel called Why Not Today Lifestyle, where these videos will be posted, as well as on this Facebook page, Why Not Today Lifestyle. And we are monitoring all 3 sites where you can comment, subscribe, show us pictures of your fears that you're facing, anything fun, like we went to Alaska. I went to see fireflies a few months ago. I've never seen them in my life. We start to check off these things that we find excuses for not doing. And you only get one trip around this life. You only get one time. So you keep putting it off, there's going to be days you're going to wish you didn't. And so right now is the time to face those fears and chase those dreams. So what do you want to talk about?
I just want to do a little quick. We want to kind of keep these a little bit short, because if I see something's going to be more than a half hour, I tune out. So we're trying to keep them short, 10 minutes or so. But I was thinking today about how we don't realize how special we are. And one of the things I learned is that we have 23 core characteristics that are unique to us. And we don't look for them. We forget to look for them. And so I challenged a group one time to write themselves a letter and list at least 3 of these core things that they're good at, or they're special. Like Julie radiates joy. That is one of her core values, is joy. And I asked this group to write them down, and one gentleman in the back started to cry. And he said, I don't have any. I don't have any core things that I'm good at, like kindness or responsible, things like that. Core values, not I have pretty eyes, I have pretty hair, things that make you a good friend, things like that. Caring. What are some of the core values you can think of?
Well, there's lots of values. Like I know I think about
that make you.
Well, there's I listen to a couple podcasts that talks about purpose, and there's
your purpose.
There's I can't think of the word at the moment, but there is things you're good at, like communication or making people feel welcome. Or, one of my things is I have to get things done. If someone asks me to do it, I can't not do it. It has to be finished. That's follow through or things like that. I don't know if that's a core characteristic.
I think
or just
accomplishment is a core value.
A character value maybe is what that is. But everybody has those. You're right. It's hard to.
They're different.
You got to think about them. It's hard to think about the things that you like about yourself.
So anyway, this gentleman was crying, and he left. And so I looked up his address, and I wrote him a letter of the core values I've seen in him, like the things I see in Julie. Joyful. She's an explorer. She loves to learn and to do things. So she's inquisitive.
Well, and I see all these people who are joining us right now, and I can picture core values for all of them.
But they can't see them in themselves, right. And so I'm going to give you a little challenge.
We've got Sandy and Maribeth and Beverly.
Yeah.
I know all you guys have Lenore's on here. I can see so many things that.
Oh, my friend.
Yeah.
Leo's
here.
Leo. That's one smart. Knowledge is a core value for her. Inquisitive is a core value.
Absolutely.
I went home and I wrote him a letter and wrote the core values for him that I could see. And this gentleman was 90 years old, and he came back the next week and he said, I'd forgotten that I'm important in this world. So your challenge today, get a piece of paper or I don't use my phone notes, but write down some of your core values. Write down 2 or 3. If you want to share them, put them on our website today.
Yeah, post them on our page.
This is not bragging. Everyone that you put on there is who you are. And that's who we have to really find out who we are in order to take care of the things we want to take care of about ourselves. So there's your challenge. Should we challenge two core values? 2 core values.
If you feel like sharing, post them on our pages in the comments. We'll post a picture saying what are your core values, or just put them under here. But put down a couple of things that you're maybe proud of yourself that you're proud of. Core value of some sort.
A core value, not that you're real stylish in your clothing,
no.
but it could be that you have a good eye,
or you're kind to others, or you look out for the best you look for the best in others instead of the worst. There's a lot of things you could do there. So that's great for this week. This is our Topic Tuesday, and we're going to come back next Tuesday as well.
We are.
Oh. If you like us, we'll come back.
Okay.
If you can hear us. So
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. So
I better clear my calendar.
Yeah. Once again, join us on our Why Not Today Lifestyle Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And I am Eric Dodge, and this is Laurel Dodge. And I'm just going to play a little bit of the Why Not Today as we exit the show. And
share with your friends. Let them know if it's something you think that will help them.
We're all in this together.
Oh man!
And we all need each other's help. So
it takes a team.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you next time.